Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to data science as well as data analysis with the use of Python. So in today's class we are going to talk about a really important part of data science, which would be statistics. So basically statistics are not the base of data science but are a huge player in data science. Indeed, a lot of techniques, a lot of statistic measures are used in data science, and this is why it's really important. So in this class, we will just have a small introduction to statistics. We're not going to talk about all the statistic terminologies and all the statistics measures that are used, but just have an introduction to statistics. What is it exactly, where it can be used, and in the future classes we are going to talk about the basics that you guys will need to have in statistics to be able to understand data science. So let's start. So basically, what is statistics? So if I go with a basic explanation of what is statistics, that's simply a branch of maths that will deal with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and representation of masses of numerical data. So basically you take a population and you will work with, let's say, a sample of this population. Indeed, it's possible to work with the whole population, but once again, this could be really complicated because it's not always possible to, let's say, for example, make surveys to the whole population. So we will work with the samples of population. So let's say, for example, we want to work with with all the American population to know what is their favorite color, for example. So instead of asking all the American population, we'll take different samples. So we're not gonna talk about sampling in this class, but this is just an example. So you can take a sample, for example, from each city in each state. So this is just one example. And from that sample, since it's random people, we will be able to come to a conclusion that the favorite color of this sample is red. So we'll say that the favorite color of American based on a certain sample is red. So this is, for example, this is one example of how statistics could be used. And as you can see, this is some really basic data science things that we have here. Statistics could be used in many fields. So as you can see here, it could be used in education to know, for example, we can use statistics to see, for example, in which type of classes students perform the most or perform the less, and try to find out the problems in, for example, those classes. For example, let's say students have problems in maths in this field exactly, then we will try to find out the problem, why students have problems in this field. Maybe it's because of the way it's presented. Maybe it's because students are just not motivated by this field. Maybe there is we'll try to find the explanation to this. And it's possible to do it with statistics as well as data science. But once again, statistics will be the basics of all this. It could be used in stock market, life science, weather, retail, insurances, and many other fields. Once again, it's not used alone, it's used with other mathematical fields as well as data science. So right now, we'll talk about the types of statistics. Basically, we have two types of statistics: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. We are not gonna come into details of each of them, but I'll try to give you a brief definition of what are those two types of statistics and just give you a small example of what it could be. So basically, for the descriptive statistic, it will help us organize data and focus on the character of data providing parameters. So this would be for the descriptive statistic, and it's really used to, it's the use of data to provide a description of a population, either through numerical or graphs or tables. So this is basically for a descriptive statistic. And inferential statistic, it's a bit different. It's simply generalize a data set and applying probabilities to arrive to a conclusion. And the inferential statistics will make inferences and predictions about the population based on a sample of data taken from a certain population. So basically, let's say that we have wine. So let's say you guys are producing wine in huge quantities, and you guys want to know, well, you guys want to look at the age of your wine. So basically, with the descriptive statistics, the way you guys will stock the age of your wine, you will have the average. So you will have the average age of your wine. You will have the max. So the max, the highest age of your wine. The min, so the lowest, the wine that is the less aged, and basically you will divide it into three categories like this. In inferential statistics, it's gonna be a bit it's gonna be a bit different. You will still have your average in the center, but you will have a category that will be, in this case, aged wines, not max aged wine. So you will just have aged wine, where you will have all the wines that are aged more than a certain, let's say, age, and you will have less aged wines. So in this case, you will have, let's say, all the wines that are less aged than a certain age. So in this case, you will work more with the quartiles instead of just working with maximums and minimums. You can also apply this to, let's say, a population. So a population that is short or small. A population, so you want to know the height of a certain population. So in the descriptive statistics, you will have the highest person, you will have the max height, so you will have the highest person in the room, and the shortest person in the room, and you will have the average. So basically you have those three persons. And in inferential statistics, you will have a category that will be tall, a category that would be short, and you will have the average as well. So basically those are for the two types of statistics. Then why statistics are useful in data science. So basically they are really useful for plenty of reasons, but for me personally, I think that the two main reasons why they are really useful is that it will give you a basic understanding of different analyzing methods and techniques as well. So basically statistics brings to data science many techniques and methods that could be used in data science to be able to analyze way better the data. So basically this is why statistics are really important in data science. And as I said, statistics are really the base of data science, and this is why it's really important. The second reason is because it will allow data scientists to use many measures, such as those are just some of them. So you'll have the median, the mean, the standard deviation, and many more, to be able to make a complete analysis of something. Well, when I say something, it could be, for example, in the financial field. So let's say you want to analyze a stock, you can use the standard deviation, and this is something that is really important because for example, for a stock, a high standard deviation means that the stock is very volatile. A low standard deviation means that the stock will not move that much. And once again, this is something that comes from statistics and that can be used in data science. Once again, the median, for example, I want to find out the median of something. I want to find out the mean or the average of something. That's all coming from statistics, and it is very used into data science. So what you see here are just some graphs of some analysis that have been made. You will be able to perform those types of analysis. Those are simply results of analysis that have been made. I don't know what are those analyses, but those are just the results. So the results look something like this. And at the end of the day, this is a mix of statistics and data science put it together to be able to analyze a population or a certain data set, to be able to answer a certain problematic in this world, and to come to a conclusion about something, and to solve a problem. So because this is the main goal of data science as well as statistics in data science, to solve a certain problem. So I hope you guys right now understand why statistics are that important. Now it's time for us to start learning all the bases that will be really important for data science. Well, all the statistic bases that will be really important in data science for this course and for your future as a data scientist. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class where we are gonna learn all those basics.